eating soup on the toilet? I mean, I get that you're pregnant and you get cravings and stuff, but could you not have waited until after you'd finished going to the bathroom? Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my Star Sign Legacy Challenge. This is episode 20. We are here with Olive this morning, who is very, very heavily pregnant with triplets right now. Her belly is literally going to burst any second. And her morning isn't off to the best start. We have got another water leak. And to be honest, I think what I'm going to do is hire a repair service because we need to get over here to repair this. And Olive does not want to leave her house. She does not want anyone to see her because there's no way she's going to hide this pregnancy. She wants to keep herself trapped in here, basically. So she is going to hire someone to come and fix everything for her. And while that is happening, we're going to see if we can invite over Kira and Ingrid because we need to say goodbye to our friends. We are moving out today and we want to spend a little bit of time with them before we don't see them for goodness knows how long. We'll obviously stay in touch, but we can't meet up with them for a little while because of everything that, is the circumstances. So we are going to come over. Kira is here and I think we're going to come and invite her to fill the babies. Let's come and invite her to fill them. And she's like, look, I'm literally going to burst anyone and I am going to be really sad to leave you and Ingrid, but I need to do what's best for me and what's best for them as well. They'll definitely stay in touch and I'm sure they'll meet again someday, but just for the time being, it's just not safe and we really, really need to prioritise ourselves and our 3 new babies. We did invite Ingrid and she did say she was going to come over, but I'm not too sure where she is. If we focus, she's just playing in the water. Ingrid, come on, it's our last day. We're going to call her over so that we can actually say goodbye to her and she wanted to feel the baby again. But we do also need to make sure we mop up before this ends so we don't have what's his face, Colin, coming to inquire. To keep her friends safe, Olive isn't actually going to tell them that she is going to go back home to San Sequoia because just in case anyone asks any questions, she doesn't want them actually knowing to kind of, protect them. She's hoping it won't come down to that, but just in case. But she is obviously going to stay in touch with them and we are going to miss them so much. And there are still questions that, Olive has. She doesn't know what exactly Colin had to do with the deaths, what might have happened, if it actually was him or whether Ellie was just, suspicious and it was a really, really awful coincidence. But yeah, there are still questions that haven't been completely answered, but Olive just does not have the capacity to answer them at this stage. She has other things that are more important to worry about. And so unfortunately we will not be finding out anymore, at least at this stage. Who knows, maybe later down the line we'll find out some more answers. But yeah, Olive will not be knowing any more about what happened. She knows that, or she suspects that Colin had a hand in a couple of deaths, at least 2 or 3, and she's like, I cannot risk that happening to me, especially because, I've kind of put a target on my own back with, breaking up with Felix and investigating Ellie and all of this. She just, she doesn't know everything, but I think she's at that point where she's satisfied with not knowing everything. She doesn't really want to accept that there might be a darker answer, one that, might put her in danger in the future. So I think she's going to remain, I would say, blissfully unaware, but she does know quite a lot. But she doesn't know everything, and I think she's quite happy with that for now. It says that the water leak has been fixed, but these 2 things are still broken, but at least we don't have the little vent anymore. The toilet's broken too. Right, okay, I think this is our cue to probably leave. So we're going to come over and we're going to give our friends a hug. And yeah, we're going to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye to our little house that we haven't had for the greatest time. But, it was nice while we were here. We packed up all of our pictures and everything. And it's time for us to go back to San Sequoia. Olive has made it back to San Sequoia with her parents. She has moved in nicely and Bryce is on his way. Here he is. He has brought his suitcase and he is staying for 6 nights. We might end up keeping him for a little bit longer. I can't quite work out how long we're going to need him for. We'll keep him the whole time we've got infants and then we'll reconsider how things are when the babies turn into toddlers, but that is a long time away at this point. They're not even born yet. So we're going to come over and we are going to welcome Bryce to stay. It's so good to see you. She wants to go woohoo with him. I mean, now is, I know you're like super pregnant and hormonal and stuff, but we still can't do pregnancy things with him, which is really odd. Can I do things by myself? She can do a couple of things, but I swear there used to be more stuff. But I think she is going to go to an early parenthood class. She doesn't need to worry about birth class because she is going to get a C-section. So she is going to go off and go to that birth class. It's a shame that Bryce can't, do the same. For some reason, Neve doesn't know Bryce. I swear she definitely should know him. I swear they would have met when he was younger. But Noel definitely knows him, and he is going to come over and welcome him. And it looks like, he did like Neve, and then it was replaced by Pretentious, which isn't necessarily the best. But they do have amazing compatibility, and Neve does think he's responsible, probably because he's agreed to come and basically pack up everything and spend some time with Olive while she needs him. And Noel and Bryce do get along fairly well. They've got amazing compatibility, and they do have this friendship already. But it's mad playing with Neve and Noel again. And oh my goodness, Neve and Bryce have really gained a sentiment with each other. And Noel has learned everything about Bryce. He's creative, neat, generous, good, and a bookworm. That was it, because he has a very similar traits to our siblings. That's why Olive always got along so well with him. And he is settled straight in. I have decided that he can stay in Perry's old room, and then obviously Olive will be in her old room. And then, as much as I don't want to change any of the children's rooms, I might have to change Norrie's up to fit the triplets, just because it's the biggest one. And I mean, there's no way that they're going to be moving back in with their parents, but I always like to keep them there just for the memories' sake, but I might have to. Does Noel like complaints? Fair enough. Olive hates them, so all the complaints can go Noel's way. He is happy to listen to all of those. Olive is back from her class and she's feeling so confident. Olive retained a lot of information from that early parenthood class. It makes the prospect of having a baby in her care less daunting. And she's also feeling the baby kick, and it's making her feel so happy. Olive's hand was rested on her baby bump, and out of nowhere, a tiny foot jabbed her from within. She couldn't help but giggle at the unexpected kickboxing session her baby seemed to be enjoying. Oh, I love that. She really is loving being pregnant. She is having such a great time, and she is just offering for Bryce to come and say hi to the baby. He's just giving it a little wave, and he's like, "Can't wait to meet you soon." Oh my goodness, I love this animation. Look, he's so excited. I love how excited and happy they both are. It's not normal circumstances in the sense of, a traditional family dynamic, but they are really making it work for them. They are best friends, and they're agreeing to, co-parent on such good terms. Look how confident Olive is right now with all of these moodlets. And also, we have so much money. Neve and Noel were absolutely loaded. From their restaurant, they made so much money. But yeah, Neve is just really angrily cooking right now. She's having the worst day ever. I feel like she's probably stressed about, she's excited to have Olive back in. And the idea of having her grandkids, as well. But she's probably also really stressed about all of this, because she was like, thought I was settled for retirement and I'd do the odd sleepover every now and then, but I'm actually having to do a bit more parenting again, and that was not what she expected. And she loves it, but she's also very high maintenance, so she is a little bit stressed by the idea as well. I love that Bryce is meets him. He is just mopping these puddles. It's not going to make a difference though, because the sink's broken. It's just going to keep making more and more puddles. While she's able to, Olive has decided to go on a walk with little Pumpkin, because when the babies get here, she probably won't get very much time to get out of the house and be active. So she's taking the time while she can. I imagine when the babies are here and we have infants, it's going to be very, very gameplay focused. There won't be very much a story, because it's going to be a lot controlling 3 infants, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, I'm sure, but it's going to be very, very, very focused on them. So yeah, for now, she is also making the most of her free time while she actually has free time, because it won't be long and she won't get any more free time at all. Noel is also out here on a walk. He is in a similar mindset to Olive. I'm not going to get very much free time after this, and I want to make sure I give the dogs attention. I can't believe that Rain is an elder. She was a puppy when we started this series, and now she's an elder. I should probably give Neve and Noel slightly older makeovers as well, because they are about halfway through their elder stage, so they definitely should be looking a little bit older than they are, but they're youthful, okay? That's why they still have their black hair and not many wrinkles, but I reckon I reckon I'll give them a makeover for the next episode. Give them their grey hair and a few more wrinkles because it's time. They are getting older. They will have so many grandkids. Oh, hi, Perry. It's great to see you. He is out walking Spice as well. And here's little Logan. Oh my goodness. It's nice being back around the family again. Oh, it's something I need to remember to do. Olive needs to officially leave the Moonwood Misfits group. So she has up and left. She has cut ties. She is not going to be back there. So she is going to be leaving this club. And she also needs to quit her job. I love it when she stops just to smile and hold her belly. She is so excited for these babies to get here. Like, she is already so maternal and I love that. Should Olive quit her job as a getaway driver? She did literally one shift, but she is going to be quitting that career. She is no longer in the mob wives career. That's so funny. And Bryce is actually off to work now. I imagine we're actually going to be going into labour tonight. And I don't know if he'll still be at work. He finishes at 11. So Olive, you eating soup on the toilet? I mean, I get that you're pregnant and you get cravings and stuff, but could you not have waited until after you'd finished going to the bathroom? But obviously, if Bryce is still at work when we go into labour, he will just leave early. Like, he's not going to miss the birth of his children. I love that Neve is in all three of the Starling family clubs. This one, though, does only have Layla, Colby and Dane left. I don't know why Noel wasn't a member of this club, but apparently not. But yeah, I can't believe it. We officially have got our 3 family clubs now. I'm kind of tempted just to start gathering, just so we can see everyone. Like, not as an event, just so we can see everyone. They can all come over, and also to see how pregnant the Sarah Beth is going to be. I don't know who this lady is and why she's at the door, but the rest of our family is all here. And look at Sarah Beth being pregnant, and Cody is looking down at a little charity. I wonder if being surrounded by all these kids and these pregnant women is making him think, does he want kids with Rosemary at some point? I'm not going to make anything happen. I'm going to wait and see if we get a call or if they tell us or whatever. But yeah, I'm really unsure if Rosemary would want kids or whether she'd want to always be that cool aunt. But we'll have to see how things go. But let's come over. Why don't we all come inside? Because you're all just stood outside at the moment. I also do feel like this family is the sort to have a big gathering when Olive goes into labour. They're all going to be here because they all want to know the news. They all want to be updated. They all want to be together at this time. So I kind of love that they're all here while Olive is just waiting to go into labour. She's going to come downstairs in a moment, see all her family here waiting. And she's like, oh, guys, thanks for coming. You didn't have to. And they're like, why would we ever miss this? It's such a big moment. You're going to be having triplets. I would also like for Neve to get to know her granddaughters a little bit more because she doesn't really have the highest relationship with them. So I am going to have her try to get to know them a little bit. She does know Chelsea a little bit more. Remember when she used to take them into the hot tub as infants? I am really concerned for Olive's children, to be honest. I wonder if they'll end up in the hot tub as well. Oh my goodness, Charity. Neve was praising the Starling Leaders club running essentially, and she says, you've got to be joking. I can't stand how Olive Starling is running things. Charity, you cheeky little girl. That's so funny. Maybe Neve should give her a life lesson on responsibility for that comment. That'd be so funny. Oh my goodness, the moodlet is flashing. That means she's gonna go into labour any moment. Fortunately, she is really, really well rested, but I do think that Bryce is gonna have to leave work early, not too much earlier, but I imagine he probably told his bosses, that his, I don't know what he would call her, his I guess at this point he'd probably call her his partner, just for labels sake, but they're not together in any sense of the matter, any sense of the word. But she is officially in labour. He would tell his boss, he's like, I've got to go, my babies are being born tonight, so I'm going to be leaving early. But oh my goodness, our babies are going to be here, let's go. Olive, Rosemary and Bryce have made it to the hospital. Bryce is freaking out a little bit, but Rosemary is going over to give Olive her epidural. She obviously came with us because she did agree to be our doctor, so we are just getting our epidural for the moment so that we can actually have our C-section and start with that. So we need to wait for the the epidural to kick in first. Olive is in a lot of pain because she is so uncomfortable. She's also feeling really dazed because this is like so brand new to her. She's really stressed but also kind of excited, but she's going to have to wait for this to kick in. She's feeling really happy for actually having some, but she's just going to wait now. And Rosemary, are you for real? I haven't seen this part of the mod before. It must have updated since I last had a hospital birth. But oh my goodness, Bryce is just checking in with Olive. He's like, it'll be okay. It won't be too long. And then you can go through and get the surgery. But it'll be all right. You don't need to be scared. I'll be here for you. You've got your sister. She will make sure everything is okay. But don't worry. And then straight after that, he goes and worries and has a little bit of pre-parental panic. It just keeps setting in. And then he's like, okay, it'll be fine. I just need to get that out of my system. But Olive can officially give birth now, so she and Bryce are in the room, and we're just gonna wait for Rosemary to come over. She is wearing her normal clothes, so she changed out of her scrubs for this, which may not be the most appropriate, but she's going over like, hey, come on, are you ready? I think the epidural's set in. I don't feel much of the pain anymore. And look at Bryce. He's like, I should probably clean up the water that's broken all over the floor. Save someone else doing it. I'll just deal with it now. Rosemary is all scrubbed up and ready for the surgery, and Bryce is here. He is listening to exactly what is going to happen, and there Rosemary goes. She's getting ready to start. I still can't believe that it is Rosemary that is able to do this for Olive. I'm sure that makes the whole thing so much easier for her. She is completely out of it though with this epidural, whereas Bryce is a little bit more... He's looking a little bit nervous, bless him, because he can see and hear everything. And I think that's the first baby here. So the first baby is a girl. So Olive needs to name her children after locations. So we are going to call the first baby Florence. The second baby is a boy, so we are going to call him Paris. And the last baby is a boy, so we are calling him Phoenix. Oh my goodness, we have our babies. So here is the first one. I'm assuming this is little Florence. Oh my goodness, so tiny. And then hopefully Rosemary will be passing us the other two as well. Oh my goodness. Here's the other little baby. There's little Paris, and we just have little Phoenix to come. But oh my goodness, look at them. Oh my goodness, look, we have got all three babies. Look at them, she is snuggling them. Oh my goodness, our three babies are here. The babies are back from the hospital. Annoyingly, Phoenix has a different bassinet from the other two, but that's completely fine. Olive is going to come upstairs now and put them in some different onesies. And yeah, we have our three babies. I have moved a few things in Olive's room so that they could actually fit here. So her desk is just in Rosemary's room at the moment. But I think because Florence was born first, we're going to come over and change her outfit. We're going to give her the Clear Skies one. The Cancer Gen colour is going to be white. So I'm going to give them all as white onesies as I can. But the crying has started. Oh, he just wanted some attention, bless him. We're going to come and rock little Phoenix. Oh my goodness, look at her. Here's Noel. He's like, I can't wait to meet them. Oh my goodness, he's gone for Florence. But Olive is now giving little baby Paris some attention. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be saying that a lot. I already have been saying that a lot, but look at them. Neva's instead decided that she's going to go get some waffles while Bryce is still just cleaning up. Do you guys not want to come and meet the babies? At the moment it's just Olive and Noel, but they're so smiley. Let's see if we can work out what their eyes are. So we've got Phoenix in the middle. Looks like he's got green eyes, so I think he has got Bryce's green eyes. And then we've got Paris over here who looks like he might have... I can't tell actually. I think he might have green eyes as well. And then Florence, she looks like she has green eyes. Do they all have green eyes? That would be really cute if they did. And then we've got Paris and Florence seem to be having a lighter complexion than Phoenix, who might have Olive's slightly darker complexion. But the crying has started. Let's come and breastfeed all of the babies, and then I think, Olive, you can get some sleep while you can. At first it was terrifying. Olive lied down on the delivery table and all she could hear was the sound of machines beeping. Luckily, the obstetrician was amazing and everything went well during the procedure. It's not easy having 3 babies, but the joy is overwhelming. I thought the 3 names went really well together because you have the P in Paris and Phoenix, but then you've got the F sound in Phoenix and Florence. So I thought those 3 names sounded really, really cute together. Florence, Paris, and Phoenix. I imagine I'll probably stumble over the names many, many, many times, but I thought they were really cute and I've been planning these names for so long. I literally have so many like location themed names ready. And Florence, she seems to be the one that cries a lot at the moment. I say that, she is the first one to cry, and I don't even think Paris has cried yet. I know Phoenix did a little bit, but then we gave him some attention. But this is Florence's second time of crying, whereas little Paris, he's not cried once yet. It would be nice if Bryce could come up and maybe do something, but I'm not controlling him, so at the moment he's just looking after the house. I'm gonna replace this, I think, so that we don't have to repair it. He's going to the bathroom. I'll let him off, but hopefully he'll come up soon and, meet his children. Oh, he came up, but Olive got there first. He did come up and he did try, bless him. But he's just going back to cleaning the toilet. So he is a good soul, really. He did try when Florence needed him, but Olive did beat him to it. So he's just doing other jobs instead. I was thinking about Nori's room, and I will be really sad to take it all down, but what I think I might do is save it to the gallery so that we can then change it however we need to for the nursery, and then once Olive and the triplets move out, I can place Nori's room back to how it was, just because I feel like there's so many memories attached here, like their flag and their like photo booth pictures with all their friends. Like there's just so many memories, their drawings, their pictures with Anzu as children, the pictures of them as a toddler with Neve and Noel. Like I can't destroy the room. Obviously I wouldn't get rid of the pictures anyway, but there's just so many memories attached to this room, so I think I'll save a version to the gallery. Oh my goodness, Neve is just serenading to Noel, and Bryce is just stood here like, I'm so hungry. But we got a decent amount of money from Noel's retirement pay. Not that we need to worry about money, we've literally got 100,000 simoleons. Even though she's not fully rested, I am getting Olive up because she's desperate for the toilet and food, and I want her to take care of herself before the babies start getting like really, really needy. And oh no, it looks like poor Rain is really unwell. Do we still have some vet treats? We do. Okay, let's come and give her a vet treat. And Neve is also unwell, but luckily Olive has some medicine, so she can take some of that. And then Olive, you can come downstairs and grab yourself some leftovers. Luckily, your parents are feeders, so there is always so much food in here. Come and grab yourself some spinach frittata this morning. Considering the fact she's just had 3 babies, Olive is looking really, really good. Look at her. Oh my goodness. She has got confidence though, hasn't she? Like she's moved back in with her parents and she's walking around in her sexy underwear. I love the idea that Olive can brag about the babies even though they've literally just been born. But it looks like Bryce and Neve have come downstairs to join us this morning. They're probably going to talk about, the babies now that they're here and everything that they need to do to make sure that they are completely cared for and looked after. And we've got bills to pay. We can definitely do those in a second. But Olive is going to express relief over the healthy birth and, just thank Bryce for being there the whole time for her. Olive is just giving Ingrid a call this morning just to let her know that she gave birth and the babies are here and they're perfectly happy and healthy. They're doing it really, really well. She can't tell her, she can't meet them, which is unfortunate at this stage, but hopefully in the future when things have calmed down a little bit, she can come and meet the little babies. But it looks like Paris is upstairs crying. He's the first one to cry this morning, so we're going to come upstairs and change his diaper, give him a cuddle, and then we'll probably make our way through the other 2 as well. I love that these 2 are just spending time chatting with each other. It's really sweet. Like Bryce is really making an effort. I mean, he could be making an effort upstairs with the babies as well, but it's just as important that he gets to know his children's granddad. I was going to say father-in-law, but it's not his father-in-law because he and Olive aren't together. But his kid's granddad is really, really important. She is just looking so comfortable and so cozy, and she's just snuggling up with her little babies. I will probably have her take a nap shortly, though. Well, once the babies stop crying, we need to come over, and I reckon Florence is probably hungry, so we'll do our rounds and feed them. Noel and Bryce are just down here gaining sentiments and becoming good friends, which is really, really sweet. But it does mean that Olive is upstairs looking after the babies by herself. But you know what? They're actually pretty good because they're not all crying at one time. They kind of take it in turns. See, we've looked after Florence, and now Phoenix is crying, so we can come over and look after him next. Oh, Bryce actually beat us to it this time, but after saying they take it in turns to cry, they are now all crying at one time. This is where we need Neve and Noel, but they are both sleeping. So it's okay. I feel like Olive is able to do it, and with Bryce's help, and she's like, oh my goodness, Bryce, he looks so cute as a dad. She's like, he is so gorgeous. Honestly, I love her. But yeah, this is gonna get quite noisy, I think. I just had a look, and Sarah Beth has given birth to another little girl, this little Ada. Oh my goodness, they've got their 3 girls, Charity, Logan, and Ada. We'll definitely have to meet Ada when all of the babies are infants, but that will be one chaotic play day. And the crying has stopped. Oh my goodness. Okay, and it started again. I guess Florence didn't want feeding. Rosemary is calling for a chat. I wonder if she's checking in just to make sure the babies are okay this morning. These two are just taking a nap and enjoying a little bit of peace and quiet while they can. That nap really did Olive wonders. She is feeling so much more energized now, and she wants to enthuse about swimming with Bryce, who's got his athletic clothes on. So I think he's going to go downstairs and do a little bit of cheerleading. Olive is needing some fun, so I've got her coming downstairs to play a little bit of piano just to entertain herself and, you know, work on that skill at the same time. Bryce is having a go at cheerleading. Oh my goodness. He's like, I always wanted to do this, but I was too nervous to at school. I always admired Olive and Rosemary for doing it, but you know, now they've got a little cheer mat, I can actually give it a go. Look at him. Oh, Kira is asking if we want to go over. We can't, Kira, but we should also give her a call. I wonder if Ingrid told her the news. She's like, it would be so great if you could come over, but obviously she knows that we can't actually come over, but she's like, I wish you could come over. I'd love to meet the babies. Eve has just woken up from a nap, desperate for the toilet, but with a want to become friends with Bryce. So she is really wanting to make some effort with her grandchildren's father, which is really sweet. Oh my goodness, I think she's doing the rumba sim. She's showing off these moves that she learned in South Dorado. She's like, yep, I may have given birth, but I have still got these moves. Oh my goodness, look at her. Honestly, get down, Olive. Go, show that you've still got it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love this girl. Oh my goodness. Bryce is up here looking after Florence, who started to cry. He didn't fix the problem, but he tried, and that is the main thing. I'm going to have Olive come up as well, though. I think maybe she's hungry potentially because she did reject feeding earlier. So maybe she's like, actually, I am hungry now and I need food. And Bryce keeps trying to change the diaper, but it's not doing anything. Oh, Bryce. Now we got Phoenix crying. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you to do that because they're not responding to me. Florence is crying once again, but this time Granddad Noel is on it so that Olive could take a shower. He was doing some cheerleading, but he hurt himself. No, you're too old to be doing stuff like that. Olive and the triplets are just sleeping, and normally I would end the episode here, but I kind of want to play till morning just so I can age them up into infants and see what they're like. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll end the episode once they've aged up, so I won't play with them at all, but I just really want to see what they look like. Bryce is completely out of it, bless him. It is still hard for him. Like, I know Olive has gone through a lot physically, but it's still a big adjustment for him as well. He doesn't know what he's doing. He is trying his best, but he is exhausted as well. Once again, it's Florence, the first one to start crying. I have a feeling she is more of the fussy one out of the 3, but you know, it's not going to be long until these 2 start crying as well. I never know what it is with her though, because I swear we feed her and then she doesn't want to be fed, and then if we don't feed her, she wants to be fed. So she's a little bit difficult at the moment, but she is still a newborn, so I have to see what she's like as an infant. But I'm worried that I'm gonna jinx myself because I definitely did that with Olive and Rosemary. But now it's Phoenix's turn to start crying, so we'll give him a cuddle and a feed as well, and then we'll move on to Paris, and then Olive can get back to sleep. It's 7:30, and look at who is crying again. Of course, it's Florence, but we know that once she starts, the others will start as well. So I'll set those two up as well. But Olive does want to move house, which makes sense. She does not like. It's not that she doesn't want to live with her parents, but she's had that taste of independence and freedom, so it is difficult being back home again. But she knows this is the right move. This is what's best for her and the babies. But obviously, as they get older and they become a little bit less needy, she will move out. But she's like, I am looking forward to, having my freedom, my own space, my own independence again. But it is the triplets' birthdays, so once we have fed all three of them, I am going to age them up. The babies have all been taken care of, and we have got our parents and Bryce in the room. So we are starting by aging up baby Florence, as she was the first one born. Florence is a cautious infant. Okay, I think she's aged up with pink hair, right? Okay, is that because Olive has dyed her hair? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's come and age up baby Paris next. She is very, very pink. I mean, the pink generation isn't for a little while, girl. Paris is just aged up, and he is a little wiggly infant. Again, he is aged up with some funky coloured hair, right? Okay, and then it's time for our last little baby, Phoenix. And Phoenix is a little sunny infant, and once again, he has also aged up with some funky coloured hair and bright pink cheeks. Oh my goodness. I am quickly going to hop into Cass and give them all a really, really quick makeover because I want to see what they look like. I'm going to keep it paused for a moment so I can show you all of the infants, but here is lovely little Florence. I think she is a really good mix of both parents. She got Bryce's eye colour and hair colour, but she got Olive's complexion and I think a few of her facial features. When I went into Cass, I took off the skin details and all of the triplets had normal coloured hair, so it was just a bit of CC. And two of them had Bryce's dark brown hair, and one of them had Olive's light brown hair, which meant that they had Olive's hair colour, so I changed it to black. Here is little Phoenix. He is just like Olive. Honestly, the only difference is his eye colour, but his whole face looks exactly the same as Olive's did as an infant, and he was the one who got the black hair. And then we have little Paris, who I think is going to be Bryce's double. He looks a lot more like him than the other two do. They look a lot more like Olive. I think this is an excellent frame to end the episode on, with Neve and Noel making out, Bryce just staring at them, and Olive like, oh my goodness, give me strength. Give me strength. Honestly, this is going to be difficult, but it's going to be so much fun. I will make sure to renovate the nursery ready for the triplets for the next episode, but I am ending this one here. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It will mean so much to me, and I will speak to you all in another video. Bye everyone.